And this one is a competitive game where players are going to be using cards in order to place their dragon tokens out on the main board, and players are going to be scoring points for having area majority in the 4 quadrants of the ocean, but then they can also gain additional points by other means like completing missions through set collection. The main board is going to be set up by randomly placing pirate tokens on all the designated locations on the board, but then you're also going to be revealing a few objective cards that players will be able to complete by collecting those pirate tokens and then trading them in for those cards, essentially gaining those victory points. Whenever these are gained, they are replaced with a new card, so although it is a bit of a race, there will be additional cards coming out if someone gets to one before you. But players are also going to be starting with a bunch of different pattern cards, and on a turn, players are going to be choosing one of these pattern cards and then placing their tokens out on the board, matching that pattern. Whenever you do this, you can place your dragon in any orientation, but there are a few restrictions that you do have to follow. The dragon always has to be placed either adjacent to the center of the board or adjacent to another player's dragon, and it can never be adjacent to one of your own dragons. You're going to have to pay coins for covering up any of the spaces that have whirlpools, and you'll also have to pay a coin for each other person's dragon that you are adjacent to. You're going to be gaining gold for any of the spaces that you cover up with a gold icon, and you'll also be able to gain any of the ship tokens of any of the ship tiles that you cover up with your dragon. And like I said, those will be used to complete those wanted cards. You may have also noticed a few spaces that have coral on them, and anytime that you put a dragon token on one of those locations, you'll be drawing a card from the coral reef deck. And what's neat about this is that it can have a variety of different cards that could get you additional coins, additional ship tokens, or act like additional dragons in any of the quadrants, which essentially help for area majority in those regions. But it's nice because that is secret to you since you don't show those cards to the other players. At the end of your turn, you're going to be drawing another shape card to replace the one that you used, and the game continues like this, and the player with the most victory points at the end of the game wins the game. And like I said, you're going to be gaining victory points from those missions, but also for having the majority in each of those quadrants. And if you are interested to check this one out, I will have it linked in the description below.